All right, I'm live, I think. I'm going to make sure I can hear myself. Let's see. All right, audio is good. We'll give it a minute. Let's go. What's up, Zachary Roy? So far, you're my only viewer. Maybe I'll make it two. Add myself on here. Sounds good. All right, that's good. That sounds good. Jazz basketball is back. Jazz basketball is back. Drinking some water. Gotta stay hydrated after that. How about that turnaround by THT? That was a good turnaround. I wish I could have. So I was flipping through my channels, and KJazz wasn't working down here in southern Utah for mine. So I listened to the whole game from David Locke. So I think I need to purchase Jazz Plus now, which is kind of funny because I just bought a jersey today. And I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to buy a jersey instead of getting Jazz Plus because I get Jazz Plus for free and I just pay for the jersey. But then I wasn't picking up K-Jazz. I went to all my different rooms everywhere in my apartment, and none of them worked. And so I had to listen on the radio. Yeah. Good morning. It's almost bedtime for me, though. um, yeah, it was fun. Finland in the house. Way to represent. Larry Markkinen, I thought he did pretty good. No, there's probably just so much building up for him because, he went to Finland military all summer. They flew to Hawaii, training camp, had a game there in Hawaii, flew to Seattle yesterday, and then played a game today. Like, these guys probably are so tired already. I would be too. I've done that flight from Hawaii back to Utah, and that's a long trip. So, yeah, that is a very long trip. But yeah, way to represent Finland. Gotta love my water. Yeah, so I was impressed by Tim Horn-Tucker. I think I learned that I wonder if he's better off in the bench unit. I think he plays better against like the second strings. Yeah, I heard that he had a couple wide open layups, Simonic, and he didn't pull through. But also Simone Fontecchio, I heard, was struggling. Let's see what his stats were actually. Let's check out everyone's stats right now. Simone Fontecchio. Oh, he's only 1 for 4 from 3. He had 7 points. Simonic was 0 for 7. Yeah, that's not going to cut it in the NBA. I think I would have rather had Taylor Hendricks use his minutes. But the thing is like, why? I don't know why we'd play Luka Simonic over Taylor Hendricks in preseason, because Luka is not part of like he's not really part of our future, whereas Taylor Hendricks has potential to be a big part of our future. I understand he's a rookie and everything, but I don't know. I'm thinking that I don't know. I'm just thinking that they could have given him, and we haven't even seen Bryce Sensabaugh yet. I wonder if that's just because of his knee. I think he hurt his knee, so yeah, I think Hendricks might go in. into the G League a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised by that. And I really don't think there's anything wrong with going into the G League at all, because it's kind of like, it's definitely just like the minors in baseball. You don't even start out in the majors when you get drafted. You go straight to the minor leagues. So it's a good development. Yeah, man. It's also a preseason game too. I think we as Jazz fans are just so passionate, and so it's really hard seeing our team not look good. But I'm looking at this right here, like this. Yeah, playing the G Leagues as a rookie is better than watching Collins from the bet. Yeah. John Collins, he was 1 for 6, 1 for 3 from 3. I think that is just, it's gonna take a minute. Simonic was awful. Yeah, I didn't hear good things about Simonic. I think John Collins just needs to get used to the system, settle in. I mean, I know it's under a different coach, but like when Mike Conley came in, he really struggled. But the starting lineup, I mean, Larry Markkinen was minus 16. But he has 16 points in 23 minutes with 8 rebounds. He had a block as well. And only 1 turnover for Larry Markkinen. Not bad. Not a bad game. We traded for John, just have him sit in the corner just like in Atlanta. I saw that on Twitter as well. So if anyone else on here, my K-Jazz wasn't working on my TV. I literally went to every different room and reset the antenna. So I ended up listening to David Locke for 2 hours on the radio, so I wasn't able to really see John Collins sit in the corner. But I hope he doesn't just sit in the corner like in Atlanta. I want to see more of those dunks like we had last time. I also have to say, I don't think Talen Horton-Tucker and Colin Sexton are what we need as a starting point guards. I think all of us can agree on that. Will Hardy did. How much Clippers played with their best roster? Let's see. So Kawhi Leonard played for 20 minutes and Paul George played for 20 minutes. So it seems like their best players, they played for about 20 minutes. Same with the Jazz. It seems like that's kind of preseason, playing about 20 minutes. They definitely need more practices. The starting lineup does need to change. I think that because he changed the starting lineup, not really starting lineup, but he changed the lineup at halftime. He threw Clarkson in there instead of Talen Horton-Tucker, and it seemed like they did pretty decent at the beginning of the second half, and usually they sat the players after that. Dunn and Keontae. I've noticed that on a lot of tweets and stuff it says Keynote, and that's because when you spell Keontae, it spell checks to Keynote. But I would be fine with Dunn and Keontae. I just think Keontae does need a bit of more development, like coming off the bench and slow, like easing in. Definitely, I wonder what a Dunn Clarkson would be like. But it's pretty impressive that Larry Markkinen got 16 points with Talen Horton-Tucker and Sexton both starting, because I think in order for Markkinen, well, it shows Markkinen can still provide points for the team even without like a playmaker. Walker Kessler, he didn't do too much today from the looks of it. See, Keontae George had 10 points. That's good. +5. I know he probably mostly played against like the second and third strings for the Clippers, but 10 points, 5 assists for Keontae. Okay, that's cool. I like that. 42%. Yeah, Keontae had a solid game, it looks like. Ochai was a plus 11. So, yeah. I miss Conley running the offense too, but understandable why he's no longer with us. Seemed like Jordan Clarkson had a pretty good game as well. Seemed like let's see, what did he have? Jordan Clarkson, 12 points. He was 5 for 12. 4 turnovers for Jordan Clarkson. That's something I've noticed. We really need to work on our turnovers. So we had 16 turnovers. Like, I get it that it's preseason and there's a lot of new faces, I'm sure there's a lot of different things that Will Hardy's trying to do, so the chemistry isn't there all the way. The flamethrower, yes. Jordan Clarkson, the flamethrower. But I really don't know if I want Simone Fontecchio taking minutes from these guys like Hendricks and these other forwards. It just seems so. The only time I really got excited when Simone was on was when he had that Golden State Warriors like layup. So God, I don't know. Sexton cannot start. Yeah, I think he is losing his starting mojo. I do want him to be good so that we can trade him. I don't want him to lose his value. Yeah, Ten Horton-Tucker did have really good stats. I think I've learned that Taylor Horton-Tucker might be. I think he'd be better coming off the bench than starting. I don't know if he's a starter. That's good. That's good to know that he played better than Simonic. Yeah, Simonic coming in with 9 minutes, 0 for 7, 0 for 3. He had 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 turnover. Yeah, that's just not gonna cut it, buddy, Mr. Lucas Simonic. So, Chris Dunn, another overall decent game. I mean, 4 points. How many assists? Surprising, Dunn only had 1 assist. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow in. Is it just me, or are you guys like forgetting about Kelly Olynyk as well? Like, he's on the court. He was on for 20 minutes. Had 8 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. But like, I kind of forget. I kind of forget about Kelly Olynyk, but I like Kelly. I have nothing against Kelly Olynyk. So, yeah, Kessler seemed to be invisible as well. I think we'll get some of that still from Kessler. He played less minutes than the other starters. He only played 17. I'm sure it seemed like he needed to get kind of in a groove last season. I was impressed last game with his starts. I mean, not his starts, his blocks. He had some awesome blocks, but it seemed like he didn't do too much today. I mean, to be fair, when the Clippers are healthy, like, it's just, yeah, it is just hard. The Clippers have a really good team when they're healthy. I mean, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George they're Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Except Paul George, he was 1 for 9. Oh, he only had 3 points? I don't know Paul George only had 3 points. I missed like the whole first quarter in this because I was trying to set up my rabbit ears and trying to get K-Jazz. Wasn't working. Yeah, John and JC duo problem solved. I hope that's the case. I want to see next game I want to at least see a different starting lineup. I think I'd be a little disappointed if he went with this same lineup again, because I want adjustments. All for adjustments. I'm a big fan of adjustments. If your team is struggling, please adjust your team. That's why I was getting kind of frustrated at Quinn Snyder back in the day. Overall, only 90. We didn't even crack 100 points. So our offense, we're definitely lacking. Yeah, I'm all for JC and Chris Dunn starting. Have we really even seen them play together? Because Jordan Clarkson was injured for like the last 2 months of last season. Chris Dunn came in around that same time, and so I wonder what their chemistry is like. Hopefully it's good. But I did notice when Clarkson came in the second half, it seemed like there was a little spark. I mean, David Locke got more excited when he was talking. I'm just checking out more of these stats. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm still excited for the season. I mean, I thought back to last season. The first preseason game last season, I think they played in Canada. The team did not look good. They looked a lot like what they're looking like right now. And really, I think a big part of that is they're just trying to figure out who they are, especially without Conley in the mix running the offense. Will Hardy has a great challenge of getting the offense back to what they were last season when they were really good. And I really am excited about John Collins. I know he hasn't made his shots yet, and like some people said, he just sat in the corner. That too, I think I'm wondering, Will Hardy is still trying to figure out what he wants to do with John Collins as well. But he's seen enough of him to know that he is in the starting lineup at least. So, I mean, we're paying him $25 million a year, so he better be in the starting lineup. But he also needs to play like it. So Omer Yurtseven, he was 1 for 1, 100%. It's going to be interesting. So there's, I think, 15 players make the cut, and how many played tonight? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's only 14 players played tonight. I'm thinking that the last couple preseason games we're going to get into these G Leaguers more so. Like Micah Potter. I want to see Bryce Sensabaugh kind of come in and see if he can make some threes. But at the same time, Yurtseven, yeah, the last game. He seems like he's like a good scrapper. Like he doesn't seem like he seems like he knows what he's doing on the floor. And yeah, Lowry definitely needs to find his 3-point confidence back. I think he kind of lost it over in Finland maybe. So it's good to have extra centers. You know, we got Kessler. The Jazz have a rich history in centers. We used to have a rich history in point guards until Darren Williams left, and then we got Mike Conley, but yeah, so I'm thinking, because we play 5 preseason games, I'm sure the last preseason game we'll probably see the starters play for like half the fourth quarter. That seems to be the case. Get some extra rest in, but yeah, Lauri Markkanen, he does need to see his 3-point shooting back. I think he went 0 for 4 last game, and he was 1 for 5. So he was 1 for 9 in the past. I guess he played 20 minutes. In the past 40 minutes he's played, he's 1 for 9. I'm excited though about this team. I'm planning. I might go to the Portland game on Saturday. I'm thinking about that. Maybe anyone else is good. Hey, good night, Fresh Elite. Thanks for being part of the chat. It was good. I might end this here soon, but yeah, who's them around the league? Let's see. I saw Dallas. I mean, this is a preseason game. Dallas lost to Real Madrid basketball team, not Real Madrid, the football soccer club. That's so funny. Let's see. Washington. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Cleveland. Portland. Let's see. I wonder how Scoot did. Let's see what Scoot did. Looks like Scoot had a decent game. Yeah, so I think the rookies are doing great. Chet and Wemby had a little battle last night. So yeah, the Western Conference is just so stacked. I look at the teams in the Western Conference, and every one of them has like a star. We got the Nuggets with Luka, Grizzlies with John Morant, even though he's out for the first 25. Kings have Sabonis, Suns have KD, Clippers have Kawhi, Warriors have Steph, Lakers have LeBron and AD if they stay healthy. Timberwolves have Edwards, Pelicans maybe have Zion, I don't know. Thunder are looking strong. They just got a core of solid players. Yeah, so it's going to be a bloodbath trying to get into the playoffs, everyone. So I still hope the Jazz can manage to make the play-in tournament. I mean, if they play like the preseason games, they're not making the play-in tournament, but they're preseason, so I'm not thinking too much about it. There was one time back when the Jazz, back when the NBA had 8 games they had 8 games per preseason. And the Jazz went 8-0 in the preseason. And I think they finished like second to last in the Western Conference that year or something like that. So I really don't see preseason being oh no. Like there are things here and there that you can be like, they probably need to work on that, especially if you watch the first 2 quarters, because that's when the starters play. So anyway, everyone, I think I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, I might go to the Jazz game on Saturday there at the Delta Center. I think it'll be good. I just bought a new Larry Markkinen jersey. It wasn't the purple one. It wasn't the neon yellow one. It was just the white one. So. But yeah, go make your breakfast, Timo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But take care, Finland. Everyone, have a great night. Go Jazz, and I'll let you guys all know when I'll do my next live stream. But peace, everyone. Thanks for coming.